The first 7 years of my life with him felt like they were straight out of a fairy tale. From the moment we met, everything seemed to fall into place. I remember how easily it all began, how we connected almost instantly. Our laughter was like a constant rhythm that echoed through our days, and the simple moments of affection, the quick kisses in public, the sweet notes left on my pillow, felt like a beautiful, never-ending melody. 7 years of building a life together, of sharing everything, our dreams, our fears, our plans for the future. It wasn't just the major milestones that defined our relationship. It was the small, everyday moments that made me feel secure, that made me believe we were untouchable. We developed traditions that felt sacred, moments that no one else could share with us. I never thought about a future without him. In fact, it felt impossible. Our lives intertwined in such a way that I couldn't imagine waking up to anyone else, sharing my days with anyone else. It was him, always him. We were so in sync that it felt like the universe had placed us together. We spent holidays together, carving pumpkins in the fall, decorating the tree in the winter, exchanging gifts, and watching fireworks every New Year's Eve. Our summer nights were spent on walks along the beach, with the sound of the waves and the salty breeze carrying our laughter into the night. We created our own little world, our own rituals. Sundays were always for cooking dinner together, and even when the power went out, we'd sit by candlelight, playing board games and singing along to our favorite songs. Each moment, no matter how small, felt like a building block in the future we were creating. We were a team, at least I thought we were. But everything changed last July. My world, which had seemed so secure, shattered with a single moment of realization. I didn't just find out he had cheated. I uncovered a web of lies so tangled that it left me breathless. He had been leading an entirely separate life. It wasn't just a casual affair or a one-night mistake. This was a full-blown second life, complete with a secret marriage, a child on the way, and a love story I never even knew existed. It felt like something out of a bad dream. How could someone I trusted with every fiber of my being be capable of such betrayal? How could someone who promised me forever be so completely untruthful? The moment it all fell apart is etched into my mind, a scene I can never erase. It didn't come in bits and pieces, slowly unwinding like a mystery. No, it came in a single blow, a revelation so devastating that it felt like the ground dropped out from under me. It started with something small, a message, an innocuous picture. At first I brushed it off, but the more I dug, the more I realized how deep the deception went. Each new piece of evidence was like a slap in the face, a realization that everything I thought was true was nothing more than a mirage. My hands trembled as I scrolled through the messages, my heart pounding in my chest. How had I not seen it? How had I missed all the signs? It felt like my life was being rewritten in front of my eyes. Every time I thought I understood the full scope of the betrayal, I uncovered more. The lies kept stacking up, each more painful than the last. It was like living in a nightmare where nothing made sense. How had the man I trusted so completely built a whole life without me? How had I been so blind? I went over every moment we shared, every conversation, every glance, every touch, and I couldn't find any warning signs. There were no suspicious absences, no unexplained coldness, no late nights out. He was there, until he wasn't. And when the truth finally emerged, it wasn't just about the affair. It was the depth of the deception, the fact that he had lived two completely separate lives and I had been kept in the dark. It felt like a cruel joke. Like I was the last person to know the truth. The worst part was that he didn't even have the decency to tell me himself. He didn't sit me down, look me in the eye, and apologize. He just disappeared. Vanished without a word. 7 years of my life, gone, as if I had never existed. And what made it worse was that the people closest to us, the ones I thought I could rely on, knew everything. His family, his friends, they all knew. They knew about the affair, they knew about the wedding, the baby. And yet none of them had the decency to step up and tell me. Not a single person came forward to spare me the crushing heartbreak that was heading my way. I had to discover it on my own. The betrayal wasn't just from him. it was from everyone who stayed silent. I was devastated. Humiliated. The pain wasn't just about the affair. It was about the calculated deception, the fact that he had created a whole new life while I was left in the dark. He didn't just cheat on me. He destroyed the very foundation of everything I believed in. He obliterated my trust in ways I didn't even know were possible. I started to question everything: my worth, my ability to judge character, my very understanding of love and loyalty. How could I have been so blind? I spent nights lying awake, my mind racing. Was it me? Had I not been enough? Did I miss the warning signs? But after a while, I realized it wasn't me. This wasn't about my shortcomings. It was about his choices. His decisions. His cowardice. It was never about me. And to the other woman, I have one thing to say: you may think you won. You might feel like you're the one he chose, the one who got him, but let me tell you, you didn't win. You were just another pawn in his game. He lied to both of us. He made you believe you were different, but you weren't. You were just another part of his web of lies. And one day, I hope you realize the truth before it's too late. Because karma has a funny way of catching up, and when it does, it's never pretty. As for him, where do I even begin? You didn't just cheat on me, you tore me apart. You made me doubt myself in ways I never imagined. You took the easy way out, disappearing without ever facing what you did. You couldn't even be a man and own up to your actions. You left me to clean up the mess you created, to put the pieces of my shattered heart back together. But here's the thing you don't know: you didn't break me. You didn't destroy me. If anything, you made me stronger. I've learned that your betrayal says everything about you, and nothing about me. You took the easy way out, but I'm here, still standing. You may have shattered my trust, but you didn't take away my ability to love myself. Cheating isn't just breaking a promise. It's breaking someone's trust in the most profound way possible. It's making them question their own worth, their own ability to love, their own judgment. It's a wound that doesn't heal overnight. If you're unhappy, leave. Don't destroy someone else's life in the process. Because once you betray someone like that, the damage is permanent. The scars don't fade easily. It's been a year since everything came to light, and though I still feel the sting of the betrayal, I'm healing. I've come to believe that everything happens for a reason. If God removed him from my life, it's because he has something better in store for me. I don't know what that is yet, but I'm trusting the process. To anyone who is reading this and going through something similar, I want you to know that you're not alone. The healing process is long, and it's painful, but it's possible. Don't let anyone make you feel like you're not worthy of love. You are deserving of respect, honesty, and loyalty. And the right people will come into your life when the time is right. To him and her, I wish you the best. I hope you find the happiness you're looking for, but I also hope you never feel the kind of pain you caused me. Karma has a way of making things right, and I trust that the truth will come to light in time. To anyone reading this, trust in your worth. Trust that you are deserving of love that doesn't hurt, doesn't deceive, and doesn't tear you apart. Never settle for less than you deserve, and never forget that your pain is temporary. You will come out of this stronger, wiser, and more resilient than you ever imagined. Be kind. Be honest. Be loyal. And never let anyone toy with your heart.